Good morning. I thought I'd do a little video on how to self-pollinate a couple different things in the garden. If you're like me, everything's blooming real good right now. This is zucchini squash, obviously. But I thought I'd show y'all how to do it. Last year I had a real good year of bees and everything, but this year, not as good. So I'm gonna show you here. This is a male flower of a zucchini plant. I'm gonna pick this off. And what you want to do is pull these leaves back, reveal the male part of the flower. I do have a little bee friend over here. I wish you'd go ahead and just pollinate everything for me, buddy. But anyways, you want to find the female flower. You can see the difference. One looks like a male part, one looks like a female part. This is a little National Geographic here, but I'm going to show you how to do it. Watch out there, little buddy. I got it for a second. So what you want to do is take this and you rub it all around the flower. Maybe a little bit in the middle. Kids, close your eyes. A little in there like that. She's pollinated. That's going to give us a good fruit. You can even see the fruit on the end of it. But it's very obvious that that's a female flower. So that's pollinated. That's ready to go. That one's been pollinated. The flowers starting to kind of shrivel up. That one I already did. Let's find another one. That's another female flower. I won't do that because that's the exact same thing. I'll just give you a couple more examples. That's my kids talking. Here's some squash. It probably needs to be picked. That's another male flower. These female flowers I pollinated last night. But if any of those open back up, need a little more pollination, I'll come back and do that. So here's another squash. Now, these are exact same squash plants, yellow squash, straight neck, I believe. This male flower is on this adjacent plant, but that's all right because they're exact same thing. I'll take this male flower from that plant. I'll get in here. I'll do this female flower too. We'll rub it all over. There's nothing gentle about this. 50 shades of yellow. That's a male flower, so we'll let that go. I could have pollinated that, but I already had one in my hand. Zucchini's looking pretty good. There's another female zucchini. I'm gonna grab this male flower that's sticking out. There you go. We'll get in there. Give me a little bee, buddy. I got it for just a minute. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Come back later. Go pollinate the beans. Beans need some pollinating. Beans you can't pollinate. At least I've never seen anybody do it. But blue curcubits, I can't remember what people call these things. I just know them as squash, zucchini, cucumbers. Cucumbers you can do. We got some cucumbers over here. Cucumbers are kind of hard to do. But you can see here, we got a female because it's got the fruit on it. Doesn't quite look the exact same how a squash does. Easy there, chicken. Here's the male side of it. They are different looking, but it's kind of harder to tell. So I thought I'd show you the squash and zucchini because it's easier. Same idea. You're gonna get that in there, and you're just gonna rub that around real good, just like that. We should have us a cucumber. Had a hard time on the bees this year, but I feel like they're coming out. I put a lot of zinnias out. Don't touch that watermelon. That's gonna be a prize winner. I'll show you something about the watermelons. Watermelons the same way.
Take that to the fair?
Yep, we're gonna take it to the fair. She's talking about my prize winning watermelon. I won first place Wilson County Fair last year.
Daddy, I get to have the blue ribbon, Daddy?
Yep, you can have the blue ribbon if we win.
Yay, yay.
Let's find us a flower to pollinate. What do you think, Sarah?
You like your watermelon?
Yep.
Have two little ribbons.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. This one is pretty much pollinated.
Yep, I'm sure.
That one's pretty much pollinated. But that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a little bit of watermelon. Got a flower on the end of it. I'll show you just for example. These are already pollinated. Here's your male flower on your watermelon. You see there's no fruit on the end. Nice straight. That's not going to be a fruit. All you do, pull your petals back. Exact same way. That's what that looks like. Come in here to your watermelons. Now, like I said, these are already pollinated. These are kind of black, and this is going to start putting on fruit. But if it was a good, I'll see if I can find one. If it was a good watermelon, you can just rub it together just like the other stuff. But if it was a good one, it would be yellow. I'm sure there's one out here. There's a million blooms out here. It'd take me all day to find something. But anyways, that's what it'll do. Yeah, this one might be it. It's not open yet, but it's yellow. Yeah, that's better. So see how that's yellow like that? You would take your male flower and you just rub it right on top of there. Get your fruit on the end. That's gonna be a watermelon. So I've got male and, oh sorry, that's not what I'm trying to say. I've got crimson sweet, just some eaten watermelons out here. I've got 2 rows of that. This is my Champion Carolina Cross watermelon right here. And so I hand pollinate this myself to make sure that it's not cross pollinated with my crimson sweet. So you don't want your 200+ pound watermelon to be crossed with a 25-pound watermelon. So I've been watching this thing intently, and when I see a female flower come on, I came out here and pollinated it, and then I covered it up with a cup. You can cover it up with whatever you want. I just didn't want nothing else to pollinate it. So same thing, you would find your male flower, pollinate it, and you'd have your Champion watermelon. There's a lot more to that. I could go into detail if anybody really wanted to know. But it's lots of watering, lots of fertilizing. I got drip irrigation. You know, corn kind of has an interesting pollinating trick too. You know, it's pollinated by the wind, but if for some reason you're not having a windy year, it does not have its tassels on it yet. They're starting to come out. But eventually, you know, they'll come out and they'll lay over. It's all pretty and everything. Well, all you gotta do is come out here and just shake the heck out of it. The things from here fall off the tassels onto the corn silks. You pollinate your corn by yourself. That's pretty much it out here. This is my garden. Got some bush beans over there starting to fall over. Starting to see more bees out here, which is great. I'm glad to see that. And we got the raspberries have been pollinated, so something's happening. Things are out here. Things are being pollinated. I also have a giant pumpkin over there. It's just now getting to where it's growing out. So hopefully I'll be able to hand pollinate that pretty soon. We'll have us a giant pumpkin too. We got other things that attract the bees. We got sunflowers. I love the zinnias. They attract a lot of bees. That's pretty much it. If anybody has any questions, let me know. Thanks.